crystal clear sound. Now, there's a new kind of music station.
The first BBC music station in 32 years.
This isn't just music. This is Six Music.
From the BBC.
Six.
I'm on my way, I'm making it. Don't you try and fake it.
Now, there's a new kind of music station.
The first BBC music station in 32 years.
This isn't just music. This is Six Music.
From the BBC.
Good morning, it's Monday, the 11th of March 2002, and you are listening to Six Music from the BBC. My name is Phill Jupitus. I'll be your host for the next year. How are you doing? As you probably know, we've been having something of a vote on the internet for the first record to be played on Six Music, and you're probably wondering, Phil, who's won? There we go. What a way to start a radio station. Democracy in action. Hi, welcome. Let's tell you what's going to be happening on this damn show. What have we got going on today? Reaches for menu. Okay, that was Ashburn, Baby Burn, of course, and well done to all of you who voted for that. Lots of other runners. We had Oasis, The Zeppelin, but no Ashworthy winners there, so congratulations to them and their cheeky Northern Irish ways. If you're listening in Northern Ireland, hey, how are you? If you want to get in touch with us here at Six Music from the BBC, you can do so. You can get on the internet. Have you got one of them? It's like a toaster with buttons. www.bbc.co.uk/6music be our website. And that'll tell you there how you can email us. And who's going to be the first person to email Six Music? I wonder. We shall find out very shortly. You can phone us 08700 100 600. Please feel free to do so in the first hour of the show. We're going to have the one-word review last night on TV 24. Everyone's going on about it. Keith Sutherland, a real-time thriller about assassination. Please don't lick the magazine. So we've got that, the one-word review. We've got Not the World Outside Your Window, the headlines that the main papers missed. I shall also be having a bit of a glance at today's newspapers myself. Between 8 and 9, 6 musings today. Today, our list. 6 musings, you see? Like 6 music. Things people don't use anymore. Okay. Between 9 and 10, we have an exclusive track from the Buzzcocks recorded for us at one of our swanky BBC studios. And also we will be talking on the phone to Mr. Paul Weller, which all in all to me, looking at that on the sheet of paper as I am now, looks to me like I've got myself a breakfast show. So please stick around and join in some of the fun. Now you know what I did, don't you? I kept phoning in and voting for this, but, you know, it didn't win. But thankfully, you see, having the powers I do, I'm able to play it anyway.
And drugs and rock and roll is all my brain and body need. Sex and drugs and rock and roll is very good indeed. Keep your silly ways or throw them out the window. The wisdom of your ways, I've been there and I know lots of other ways. A jolly bad show if all you ever do is business you don't like. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Sex and drugs and rock and roll is very good indeed. Every bit of clothing ought to make you pretty. You can cut the clothing, grey is such a pity. I should wear the clothing of Mr. Walter Mitty. See my tailor, he's called Simon. I know it's going to fit. Here's a little bit of advice, you're quite welcome, it is free. Don't do nothing that is cut price, you know what that'll make you be. They will try their tricky device, trap you with the ordinary. Get your teeth into a small slice, the cake of liberty. Drugs and rock and roll. Sex and 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 drugs and rock and roll.
Plenty of votes for Ian Jury there in the blockade. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. You know, I was clicking away on the button on my laptop for many, many a night, but sadly, I've not got the energy of your young Ash fans, you see. You see, us old lads, we're there, boozing away in the small hours, clicking away on our laptops. It's not like these youngsters. They've probably got some kind of software to help them vote. Let's have a quick look at the papers. Today's Guardian, a small story on the front of the Guardian here. Tomorrow's car is a sobering experience. Tomorrow's car could save the police a job. It could decide for itself that a motorist may have had too much to drink. It's not as if my mum isn't judgmental enough, and now I have to buy a car that questions everything I do. You have had enough to drink. Well, maybe, you know, that's just now. You're blowing a pipe, it tells you you're drunk. That's a good thing. But where will it end? Where will it end? Because technology has no limits. You probably have your car going, I don't like that jacket. I feel like you're giving a lift to Professor Stephen Hawking himself. Page 3 of The Sun, there is, of course, a lady, but a story here that caught my tiny eye. Iron Mike, the bouncer, is 4'10". See, last week when I was warming up for the show, there was a story about a Welsh airline, Air Wales, hiring tiny stewardesses. But here, this story, Yobs gets short shrift from club bouncer Mike Clift, who's just 4 feet, 10 inches tall, and he is a bouncer at Weymouth in Dorset. You see, there you go. You see, Weymouth in Dorset. They can't get an awful lot of trouble in the clubs. Most people out tipping cows. I'm joshing, of course. If you're from Dorset, feel free to email me and berate me for that ill-thinking remark. And how about this? Eddie the Eagle. There's going to be a film based on the life of Eddie the Eagle. I thought there already was. They're called Austin Powers, Man of Mystery. But no, Eddie the Eagle Edwards, they're thinking of making a film about his life. And he may perform some of the stunts in the film. And Eddie has said about this possible film of his life, it will be based on how I had no job, no money, and lived in a country with no snow, but made it to the Olympics. God bless you, Eddie the Eagle. If you're listening, bless you. You can get in touch with us. I remind you on the methods you can get in touch with us all the way through the shows. It'll become wearing, but, you know, you'll grow to love it. 08700 100 600, or go to the website www.bbc.co.uk/6 music. I'd say good morning to my mum, but I tried to buy her a digital radio at the weekend, couldn't find one.
Against the GTX, it was rugged GT. Lessons learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. Lesson 1, the AMRs are in it to the hips. The overgrown super shit. The overgrown super shit. The overgrown super shit. Yeah, the overgrown super shit. The rock school, in the rock pool, Miami Beach, chicks with who's testing when it's epic flexing. The overgrown super shit. Yeah, the overgrown super shit. The overgrown super shit. Yeah, the overgrown super shit. Lessons learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. Sheepskin shoes tend to run the industry. Lesson 2, cop the groove. Lesson 3 is to ignore 4. Round 5 going into 6. I understand girls in the AMR office. 7, the cooking with the meat diversion. 8, it's a real heavyweight. 9, you're rocking New York Times. 10 times 10, it's like St. John said. shit. The supermodels, well, they can't get enough of it. The overgrown super shit. Yeah, the overgrown super shit. The overgrown super shit.
From the album Hand Cream for a Generation, which is released on the 1st of April, that's Corner Shop, and lessons learned from Rocky 1 to Rocky 3. You know, I tell you what, a lot of people say about there's great films that they've never seen, and I don't know how much of a classic I've never seen any of the Rocky films. I've never seen any of the Rambo films.
I've never seen E.T.
But mind yourself, sir. Phill Jupitus, 6 Music from the BBC. I know someone's getting a copy of E.T. later on today. Here, from page 3 of the Daily Star, you know the Halifax advert, the Halifax Building Society. Good morning. If you may be enjoying your toast and thinking you've got to get in that branch and start building, giving out loans and stuff. Howard, the fellow with the glasses that does the sex bomb dance, apparently can't get a lady. But the headline, because the latest advert with Howard features him riding a swan, says, "I need extra help riding birds." God bless the sub-editors at the Daily Star for that leap of logic here. And Howard, at the end of this article, here's the frightening news. He isn't ruling out breaking into the world of pop or TV full-time. I'm ruling him out. Good Lord. For the moment, I'm quite happy, but you never know what might happen, from building society to the charts riding on a swan. That's the way it happens. And here, a little bit of music news. Hey, I've got some rock news for you. From page 3 of the Daily Star. Kid Rock is driving Pamela Anderson Rock Lee mad at bedtime by wearing flannel pyjamas. Flannel pyjamas, and then a smoking jacket, smoking a pipe and drinking Horlicks. That is not the kind of man that Pammy is looking for. I'll tell you this for nothing. Phill, if you want to get in touch with us, we're still looking for one-word reviews of 24, which was on TV last night. So go to www.bbc.co.uk/6music and see if you can sum up an entire television programme in one word.
They created The Clash.
U2.
David.
These are the people who created music today. The 6 music icons. They created it. They shaped it. They changed it. The 6 music icons.
6 Music.
From the BBC.
Show. Good luck for the rest of it. Take care. Tony Lord. Tony Lord, God bless you, sir. We shall frame this email and put it... You frame and put it, sir. Okay, Jason Mitchell has emailed us, listening in Vancouver, Canada. Man, we're international. Please say hello to my mum and dad in Norwich. Hello, Jason Mitchell's mum and dad in Norwich. Wicked to have a new BBC radio station to listen to while I'm here at university, studying lumberjacking. I put that bit in. Cheers from Jason Mitchell. Jason, you are very welcome, dear boy. You're very welcome. Canadians talk like that. And here, when you're working with new technology, I dare say that this is the kind of email you're going to get all the time. Morning, can't connect to server. Have you plugged everything in? Regards, Dave Smith, Shoreham. It's a new technology, what can I say? Look at me, I'm like an Amish with a Game Boy. Okay, there's a party happening on Thursday night, what with us starting this new radio station and all. Log on to 6music's website, www.bbc.co.uk/6music. Leave us your name and daytime phone number. Leave a number we can get at to you right now. You leave that number, and you could be taking part in the Joy of 6. Just answer 6 questions correctly. Music questions. And that's a very easy thing to do. I work on a pop quiz, I know. And you could be coming to our launch event this Thursday, the 14th of March, where you can see the Stereophonics. Oh, yeah. Pete Yorn, very talented new young man from America, and Lenny Kravitz, amongst other great artists. You must be over 18, so any of you 12-year-olds out there that go, I want to see Pete Yorn. Don't have to homework that night. Lenny Kravitz, woo! You must be over 18, and you also have to get yourself. We ain't sending no limos. It's the BBC. You'll also be able to hear the night live on 6 Music from the BBC on Tom Robinson's show, and Pete Yorn will be our special guest this Friday morning. We've got the Pete's coming in. and I am looking forward to that massively. So there you go. Get in touch with us now, and you could be taking part in the Joy of 6. I almost insist. This is James.
This is Six Music.
Across the UK online.
www.bbc.co.uk/6music. 6 Music.
From the BBC. Six Music launches, Zimbabwe voters allowed to continue for third day, and death row inmate makes last-minute pleas.
In music news, Embrace signed with Weller's label, to Paul sells out America, and Badly Drawn Boys sketches new songs.
This is Six Music.
From the BBC. It's 7:30, I'm Catherine Cracknell, and this was the moment half an hour ago when it all happened.
Crystal clear sound.
Good morning, it's Monday, the 11th of March 2002, and you are listening to Six Music from the BBC. My name is Phill Jupitus.
It's the first music station from the BBC for 32 years, available on digital sets, cable satellite or the internet. Six Music will be offering a mix of new releases as well as delving into the archives to find some of the best BBC session material. And the first track to be played, Ash, Burn Baby Burn. Station boss Anthony Bellacombe.
Until this morning there was a big hole in the market for those who really loved their music. But at 7 o'clock this morning, there was Six Music, and now, whether you like contemporary music or the greatest songs from the last 40 years, there's a station for you.
The Home Secretary David Blunkett's expected to set out new guidelines for police in England and Wales to stop and search suspects. It'll mean officers recording details each time they stop someone, not just when they search them. Polling stations in Zimbabwe have opened for a third day of voting after a court ruling which said everyone should be given the chance to vote. Last night's decision by Zimbabwe's High Court is being seen as a lifeline to the opposition party, the Movement for Democratic Change. Its Foreign Affairs spokesman, Tendai Biti, fears many people who didn't get the chance to vote yesterday won't find out they have another opportunity today.
What effectively we are seeing is the further disenfranchisement of urban Zimbabweans purely for selfish political gain.
The Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon says he's in favour of ending restrictions on the movement of the Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat, who's confined to the West Bank town of Ramallah. Meanwhile, Israeli forces have continued their operations against Palestinian areas in the West Bank overnight. The British government's making an 11th hour plea to save a Briton on death row from execution. Tracy Housel, who has dual American-British citizenship, was convicted of murder 17 years ago and is due to receive a lethal injection tomorrow. And 6 months on from September the 11th, President Bush is leading the remembrance ceremonies in the States. He'll talk of his strategy for the next steps in the war on terror. And now with Six Music News, here's Gary Burton.
Thanks, Catherine. Embrace have signed a recording contract with the same record label as Travis and Paul Weller. The band are already working on their first album for Independiente Records and are due to release a new single later in the year. Embrace are also due to join Jarvis Cocker, Placebo and the Stereophonics at the For Scott charity concert at the Skull in London on April the 18th. Proceeds from the gig will be donated to the Marie Curie Cancer Care Fund. Paul McCartney's first American tour for almost 10 years has sold out in half an hour. 75,000 tickets for his first live shows in the Driving USA tour were snapped up by eager fans. The tour, Sir Paul's first since his 1993, kicks off in Oakland, California on April the 1st, showcasing his new album Driving Rain, along with hits from the Beatles, Wings and his solo career. And Damon Gough, alias Badly Drawn Boy, has been speaking to Six Music about his new album. After composing the soundtrack to the forthcoming film about a boy, it seems the creative juices are flowing.
It's prompted me to bounce straight into my own record, which I'm 3 weeks into recording, so it's a bit weird, a weird position, an unprecedented position for me to have actually put behind me the soundtrack to move on to the next one. So my head's in a bit of a spin. I've got songs coming out of my underpants at the moment.
Let's hope none of them are stinkers. That's Six Music News. There's an update in half an hour.
This is Six Music.
Get your Access All Areas pass to the BBC Music Archive with some of the world's greatest recordings. I'm Gideon Coe, this morning from 10.
Six Music.
From the BBC.
Coming up in the next half hour of the first breakfast show on Six Music, music from Stereophonics, Lupine Howl, The Cure, and this belter from The Jam.
From the BBC.
This is Six Music.
There's a row going on down here south. Get out your mate and play to the west. I'll get out mine and play for myself. was a revolutionary symphony. Now 1, 2, 5 with a charm in your feet. Hello, right, choosing late to speed to rifles, to rifles. Hello, right, and extremists make me to rifles, to rifles. What's the catalyst you turn out to be? You load the guns and you run off home for your tea. Left me standing like a guilty schoolboy. What's a catalyst you turn out to be? Load the guns and you run off home for your tea. Left me standing like a naughty schoolboy. We come out of it naturally the worst. Spitting and bloody and I will shit down my shirt. We were no match for their untamed wit. Though some of the lads said they'll be back next week. Hello, right, there's a price to pay. To rifles, to rifles. Hello, right, there's a fun on my blade. To rifles, to rifles. Hello, right, there's a price to pay. To rifles, to rifles. Hello, right, I'm a fun on my blade. To rifles, to rifles. To rifles, to rifles.
That is so good, I want to swear, but I'm not going to. It was that good. It was... The emails flooding in, indeed they are. Hey Phil, congratulations to you and the rest of the Six Music team, which is a broad one, full of talent, kids. Sounding absolutely fantastic here in Nottingham. Good luck with the rest of the launch. I'm looking forward to hearing what you do. Says you, monkey boy. That's from Jamie Laundon. Jamie, thank you so much, dear boy. Bless you. How about this? Hi Phil, Gordon in Tennessee. Yes, Tennessee, USA. Hey, y'all doing, Tennessee? Tuned for the first day of 6. Love the sound so far. Thanks for the sounds and laughs. We'll try to tune in when time allows. It's 1 a.m. in the... Go to bed, Gordon and Michelle. Go to bed in Tennessee. This is Tony Barbosa in San Francisco. We're with you from San Francisco. Cheers, Tony B. Thank you, Tony B. Any relation to Mel? Oh, winded myself, didn't want to say that. Andy Wilson, I remember listening to Tony Blackburn's very first words on Radio 1 back in the 60s. I now feel very old listening to Six Music. Well done, BBC, at last, a station for real music enthusiasts. Andy Wilson, Mill Valley, California, CA. Hey, Andy. Thanks. Good morning. Hi, Phil. I'm listening on the internet at my computer shop in Whitley Bay. The BBC rocks. It's Clive Simons at the right format in... Hey, for all your Geordie computer needs. Do you want an AMAC? Come along, bunny lad. We've got computers for you. The right format in Whitley Bay. We're like Pearl and Deans now. And welcome to the net, a new type of world music. Gordon Smith, Armidale, New South Wales, Australia. It's weird. I tell you what. I tell you who's going to be really annoyed. World Service. Or they're going to be cross. Because up to now they've had a bit of a vice-like grip over the whole thing. And now Monkey Boy here with his Jam singles comes along. Hey, speaking of which, we just played Eaton Rifles by the Jam. In the last hour of the show, we'll be talking on the phone to Mr. Paul Weller himself in the last hour of the show. Here are the Stereophonics.
Starting with the immigration information box.
The event.
Six Music launch party.
The venue.
Leicester Square, London.
The date.
Thursday, 14th of March.
Live on stage. The Stereophonics. Lenny Kravitz and a host of top musicians and live DJs. We've secured 30 VIP invitations to send you and a friend to our launch party.
All you have to do is register your phone number on the Six Music website.
bbc.co.uk/6music.
And if we call and you correctly answer 6 questions in 1 minute, you're off to the Six Music launch party.
Register your phone number and you and a friend could be VIPs at the Six Music launch party in London on Thursday.
bbc.co.uk/6music.
From the BBC.
I've had something rather sprung on me, so if I am lost for words over the next few seconds, you'll have to forgive me. Joining me on the phone now from Dublin, Ireland, Elvis Costello.
Hey there, Phil. How you doing?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
Well, I had to crash the party, didn't I? I mean, I get to say this line I've always wanted to say. I've just flown in from New York, and boy, my arms are tired.
Oh, that's a classic. You can't argue with that.
You can't really argue
with that. So, I know, because your office sent me one, you've got a new album on the way. It is fantastic. It's a great album.
Thank you.
It's really good work. Have you had fun making it? Because I know you've been technologically playing with your loops and the samples and your things, taking a bit of a new direction.
Well, yeah, that's in underneath it all. Yeah, I sat at home and wrote them that way. So you know, I didn't want to throw all that away, and it just made us play differently, and it got the music moving, and that was the main thing.
What you been up to? What you been up to in the States then?
Well, I was over there presenting a Grammy.
Who did you give? Because there are hundreds of them.
There are hundreds of them.
Who did you give one to?
Well, I got bumped up this year from sort of giving away best polka, you know, which is like usually about my level.
Hey, that is a key demographic.
It's a key demographic, the best modern polka, as opposed to traditional polka, you know. But no, this year I was out there with Gwen Stefani and Diana Krall, the jazz singer and pianist, and we presented the Song of the Year to Alicia Keys. So
oh, right, because that
young
lady won a hatful of them, didn't she?
She did win a hatful of them, yeah. I was actually convinced that U2 would win it, and they were in the front row, and I'm giving them the sign while they're playing the videos, kind of, it's in the bag, fellas, it's in the bag, and it wasn't there, so, but there you go, they won plenty as well. So.
I understand Bono was upset not to win Best R&B Female Vocalist.
Well, there was only a few categories they didn't get nominated in, but they did very well, and of course my pal T-Bone Burnett and the Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack won.
Which album of the year? Just amazing.
It was a big party for them because you had some people there that, like Dr. Ralph Stanley, who's 75, and he's been in American music all this time, and finally, you know, he's acknowledged just by the mainstream, so that was great as well. So it was like something new. And something really kind of the ancient music all got done. So for once, it was actually a pretty well-balanced show.
Yeah, no, fantastic stuff. I have to say, Elvis, what do you think about the idea of the BBC picking up the slack ground between Radio 1 and Radio 2 and filling it with ourselves?
Well, it sounds rather medical, actually, the way you say it there. It sounds like a procedure that you might have done, you know, in a secret clinic somewhere in the Swiss Alps. But the slack ground, I don't know about that. But no, I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. The record that was playing when I came on the line just sounded like the sort of thing that you need to hear on this bright morning.
Yeah.
Is it bright where you are? It's absolutely glorious here, isn't it?
You've got sun in Dublin, my friend. It's grey.
Oh, sorry.
And raining.
Sorry, I didn't mean. Well, I'm up in the windy hills of Dublin. That is.
You remain there and be wistful. I understand you're gigging soon in London as well, Elvis.
I am. We're doing a gig. Let me get this right. I think it's the
April 14th. Is it?
Well, you know better than I do.
April
14th or 15th, one of those days. I think actually it might be the 16th of April. We're playing the Astoria. Cool. We're doing a couple of shows. We're doing the Paradiso in Amsterdam, and we're doing the Barry Ballroom in New York. Just announced the release of this album, When I Was Cruel. And
what lineup are you gigging with, Elvis? Because I know there's just when you go out on tour, it's whether you're solo or just with Steve or the Brodskis.
This is. You know, this is the band, the main group of musicians that played on this record.
Oh, right.
As I said, I wrote the songs at home with an electric guitar and some kind of kiddie beatboxes that got me moving. And then I brought in Pete Thomas and Davey Farragher, an American bass player who plays with Pete. We've managed to kidnap them off the Ally McBeal show where they've been playing for the last couple of years.
Oh, wow.
He's been out in California playing. I had to get them back off that show because, you know, it's good show and everything, but you know, he needs to get back out to doing the real thing. And Steve lives in Paris, so we're reconvening really to do this tour. We're three of us that have played together a lot, and Davey, who's kind of the new face.
Great.
But it's a rock and roll band, and we'll be playing a lot of stuff from the new record, and but also, you know, a lot of other songs of mine that I've written over the years.
Brilliant.
You know, just trying to put together the show that works for this sound. You
Cool.
know?
I'm looking forward to it massively. Elvis, listen, thank you so much for calling in today.
We wish you all the best, and look forward, and who knows, you know, with technology, I may even be able to dial this in where I am. I'm just going to go now and try.
Just have a poke around some equipment. I'm sure
I will
we'll
eventually.
Elvis, I'm sure we'll come out with something.
Probably over the computer or something. Or
there you go.
The crystal set, one of the two. Anyway, I'll see you down the road. Have fun.
Thanks very much.
All
Cheers.
the best.
Elvis
Bye-bye.
Costello, ladies and gentlemen.
My radio advised, with every one of those late night stations playing songs bringing tears to my eyes. I was seriously thinking about hiding the receiver when the switch broke 'cause it's old. They're saying things that I can hardly believe. They really think we're getting out of control. Radio is the sound salvation. Radio is cleaning up the nation. They say you better listen to the voice of reason. But they don't give you any choice 'cause they think that it's treason. So you had better do as you were told. You better listen to the radio. I wanna fight the hand that feeds me. I wanna fight that hand so badly. I wanna make them wish they never sent me. Some of my friends sit around every evening and they worry about the times ahead. But everybody else is overwhelmed by indifference and the promise of an early bed. You either shut up or get cut out. They don't wanna hear about it. It's only inches on the reel-to-reel. And the radio is in the hands of such a lot of fools trying to anesthetize the way that you feel. Radio is a sound salvation. Radio is cleaning up the nation. They say you better listen to the voice of reason. But they don't give you any choice 'cause they think that it's treason. So you had better do as you were told. You better listen to the radio.
Yeah, Elvis Costello on Radio, and I still have my post-Elvis tingle, because I wasn't expecting to talk to him. Wow, hey, Phill Jupitus, 6 Music from the BBC. Good morning, how the hell are you? 7:52 in the AM. Now then, nothing quite resurrects a career like a quirky concept. Keith Sutherland's come back from the commercial wasteland in America with 24, a thriller played out in real time over 24 episodes. Last night they trawled the wee hour between 1 and 2 AM, but did they make good use of the time they had? We need your one-word reviews to encapsulate 60 minutes of Kiefer. Did the time fly by, or did it drag interminably? Not a good word for 10 to 8. I mean, what time does Kiefer have to go to the left? 24, a real-time thriller. We ask for your one-word reviews, which you can email into us here, www.bbc.co.uk/6music. Nick Ford has emailed us his one-word review, unviewed. because he didn't see it. Nick Ford, sir, you're our kind of listener. Okay, we've had Matt Jones has emailed us. Fatal, as in femme brackets. Okay, that's cheating, but last night we saw the introduction of two more femmes to add to the extremely fatal Mandy, Bridget. I don't know. I can't read it. He's written an incredibly lengthy email here that I've been trying to decipher, and I simply can't. But he's got fatal, as in femme brackets. I'm going to have to go to the judges on that one. Angela in Kent has emailed us kooky. Thank you, Angela. Paul in Penarth has emailed us early. Simon in Ludlow, empty. That's pretty much it, you see. All you do is you've got to sum up a television programme in one word. And then what we do is we put them all together at the end of the show. And I think it presents quite an accurate picture of the direction the show's headed in. This is a new tune you might not have heard. It's a complete belter. This is Vaporizer and Lupine Hell.
Purple long and a set of bones and a second skin and a blackened lung and the open mind and a pinpoint eye. I can't explain myself with a sniffing dog, amphetamine and a rotten worm and a super fuzz and a mothership on some kind of psychedelic trip. Child and a Johnny's bun and a pack of skins and a damaged brain and a matchstick and a bag of disco bricks on Harbor Rock with a broken mind in a brain cell on a rocket ship in a blood vein with a lunatic, and then I lost it in a submarine needle exchange in a police car with a silver bars with a insect on the other side with a policeman inside with a firstborn and a double born and a jet plane waiting to die with a drum loop and a piece of string and a new vibration.
Obviously, newspapers can't keep track of all the news that's going on in the world, so now it's time on Six Music Breakfast for Not the World Outside Your Window, a regular feature, I thank you.
This is Not the World Outside Your Window with me, Hasty Retreat. Winter Olympics hurling gold medal winners forgotten a month earlier than expected. In order to rehabilitate himself with the British public, Stephen Byers to share the Transport Secretary post with Kat Deeley. Kat says transport is fab. Ian Duncan Smith holds top-level meeting with room full of drunken howler monkeys, meets demands, restores calm. Brad Pitt lands in St Kitts, tans bits, issues writs, relaxes with Shandy. Poet laureate Andrew Motion takes year off to complete bound volume of limericks. There's still so much we don't know about the man from Nantucket, says Motion. And finally, new strain of pigs born with wings. Flight might be possible, admits rueful government source. That was Not the World Outside Your Window with me, Hasty Retreat.
Thank you, Hasty. Well, we've got more of our emails coming in. This one, hi, I'm listening via Sky, channel 911. That's 911. 911. Good luck with the new station. Voted for Led Zeppelin, but I'm sure you will play it at some time. I hope this station is able to broadcast the biggest variety of music. Good luck. James Robinson in the Wirral. Thank you very much, James, and I hope that we can meet all your music needs. I feel like one of those blokes in Dixon's. Anything I can help you with, sir? Phil, excellent Six Music, sounds great. It's the station I've been waiting for. Keep up the good work. By the way, do you have any Kirsty McCall or Joe Jackson on the playlist? They're on our core, my friend, and you will be hearing those two artists. That's Cresswell Baker. Thank you very much. Cresswell, dear boy. Hi, listening in my pub in Miami. A pub in Miami? There's a pub in Miami? Hello, me old chilers. Hello, Don Johnson. Come in, Crockett. Tubbs, you're barred. We are getting ready to close the English pub and rock club Churchill's, where Marilyn Manson played his first ever... Marilyn Manson played his first gig in an old English pub. Rabbit, rabbit, bunny, bunny, jabba, jabba, bunny, bunny, jabba, jabba, rabbit. Kill your mum and dad. That's, Marilyn Manson there. That's from Mike Toms and Lisa the barmaid at, the English pub and rock club Churchill's in Miami. Hats off to you, young people. Well, it's, 8 o'clock, so I dare say we should have a little bit of news.
Crystal clear sound.
Across the UK.
On digital radio. The future of radio.
This is Six Music.
Six Music.
From the BBC.
It's 8 o'clock. I'm Catherine Cracknell. Polling stations in Zimbabwe have opened for an extra day of voting in the presidential election.